It all spells people. And people spells trouble.
Midnighters, tonight's fantastic episode is dedicated to a monster's best friend, our dear Dee. Dee, you walk among us, whatever you are.
Dude, I'm so glad to be spending some time with you.
It has been so lonely in the science shed.
You know what's cool?
Cosmic rays.
That you've got your popcorn popped and your snack snacked.
There's plenty. Have some.
I sure would. Ow!
It is by will alone I set
You did
my
that on
mind
purpose.
in motion. It is by the juice of snafu that
Y'all,
mind acquires speed.
This is the star of my new movie. Straight down to hell.
It was an honor.
I know. He's like Rock Hudson of Midnight Frights. You're so handsome.
Oh, you silver-tongued devil.
So, I was wondering if you were into announcing tonight's movie tonight.
Oh, what an honor.
For the Midnighters.
The greatest motion picture ever made. Directed by the greatest director who ever was. The maniac I, and the woman who loved him.
Now, have you been reading your lines for our movie?
Well, Spotswood, mostly I just bite off heads.
He's a star.
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
Come in, General. May I see your credentials? Certainly. You ought to have the key. Yes, it arrived by special messenger late this afternoon.
I don't need to remind you of the necessity for absolute security on this, General.
No. I realize that civilization itself may depend on it.
Good luck.
Sergeant, send that Lieutenant Robertson from Security Sector 3 in here. As you know, Robertson, your Sector 3 has not been cleared for receipt of materials on project visitors. So I'll have to give you a verbal briefing for relay to Colonel Harrison. I'll ask that you not take notes, but that you absorb everything you see and hear. Now, due to certain events which I'm not at liberty to disclose, we feel that Sector 3 will be the probable place for the next contact. Now, pay close attention to the information recorded on this film. It was prepared by L Section of our UFO Division.
This latest military film concerning project visitors was obtained from the remote-controlled high-altitude satellite Space Eyes, as well as from ground tracking stations. The latest ship sighted was of a completely unfamiliar design and came under hyperradar and infrared surveillance at 2300 hours yesterday. The alien ship veered for a close pass at the United States Remote Meteorological Laboratory in orbit 15CX. No attempt at communication was made. The orbiting object then resumed its Earth intercept course at a rocky point along the Sierra Madre in the western portion of the United States. The ship then set a low-altitude course to the east at an extremely low rate of speed. The official evaluation of Headquarters Command is that the space vehicle is probably manned, will effect a surface landing, and must be presumed to be unfriendly. It is imperative that absolutely no public information be released at this time to prevent a probable worldwide panic. Infrared scanners lost contact with the vehicle over the central United States in the general area of Security Sector 6.
Any questions? All right, Lieutenant, your transportation's waiting. You should be back in your sector within an hour. Oh, Lieutenant, you tell Colonel Harrison that I want those infrared scanners manned every minute, 24 hours a day, and that's an order.
Yes, sir.
Take off.
Got anything on the infrared scope?
Yep. Moving body.
Get it on the scanner.
Some good friends of Spotswoodes are in a sticky predicament. They've gotten lost on the way to a party.
That was too close. Did you see that thing's teeth? It almost had us. Where are we? Who knows? Anywhere's better than outside. How did we get lost? Armistead wrote these directions to the party with his own hands.
These hands. I built the bird theater with these hands. These powerful hands.
Midnight Frights, maybe. Heading in exciting new directions. They're sending us in the wrong direction.
Okay. Let's get our stories straight about what happened tonight.
Wait, we're doing what? She's right. If we tell the authorities we were attacked by monsters, they'll never believe us.
But that's what happened!
Face it, we have a better chance with the monsters outside than we do with our parents or the cops.
While we're sorting out this predicament, let's get back to tonight's feature.
The Eye Creatures on Midnight Frights. Challenging and exotic.
Ain't science wonderful?
I only found out about it after I got in the Air Force. Go to close scan.
Yes, sir, Sergeant. Oh, I truly admire science.
All right, Sergeant, what's up? Nothing, sir. Just testing the infrared equipment.
That means you're playing Peeping Tom again, right?
Right, sir.
Culver, how many times have you been busted for pulling shenanigans just like that?
You mean this year, sir?
All together.
3 times, sir.
We're here for a reason. A reason important to the national security, and don't ever forget it.
No, sir.
No, sir. We're here to watch the skies and not the skylines, right?
Right, sir.
You're ever so right, sir. Bad things are going on up there, right?
Right, sir.
Right.
What kind of things, sir?
Never you mind. You're here to watch the sky and not the skyline, right?
Oh, boy, are you ever right, sir?
Right, sir. Now that that's established, let's take a look and see how the infra scanner's working.
Ooh, Harold.
How about that, pussycat?
Yeah. How about that? Sir.
I think I may make Harold my hero. I think I may make Harold my hero. Well, back to business, then.
I have just got to look that girl up when I get into town.
How will you find her?
I'd recognize her eyes. Any place.
I'll clue you, Corporal. The place most of these kids end up is...
The pokey.
Of course not. They're good kids. They end up at the terrace at the lake. Not that I go to places like that myself.
Oh, heaven forbid.
But I've heard of them.
Whatever the lieutenant says, sir.
I'm with him, sir.
Well, at least I tried.
Trying's all we ever do, ever since we hit this town. We should have never come here in the first place.
Guess a guy's got to be a native in this burg before Dan will give him a break.
Don't give me that. Let's go home. I'm bushed.
This is country, man. Things move slow here. I tell you, I got a tip that this town's a cinch for a quick buck. So all we have to do is get some kind of pitch going at the fairground. Now's all we have to worry about finding the right thing.
Skip it. I'm going to bed. We'll pull out in the morning.
Well, I'm loaded for action tonight. I'll take a drive and see what I can pick up.
Fat chance. Remember, the car's half mine, so drive carefully.
Your half's the front seat. I won't be using your half much tonight.
Oh, big lover. All mouth, no action.
Want to lift back to the boarding house?
No, I want to walk off my great expectation. I wouldn't want to hold back the wheels of progress. Or should I say the progress of a big wheel.
So what's keeping you Romeo so busy?
Jim just saw a spaceship.
Only one. With all the beer he drank, you'd think he'd see at least 6 and in different colors.
This one was green.
The boys were just kidding about seeing a spaceship, Lieutenant.
Everyone knows there's no such thing. How many times do we have to deny it before people will believe us?
Well, excuse me, Flyboy.
Better watch out. The way things are going, he may be giving some of you orders next month.
Man, I'm booked. They're dragging me in feet first.
Thought you had a date with Susan tonight.
I do. I'm picking her up at 9:30. She's fussing with a new dress.
Man, don't put us on. We know you're waiting for an old man to get out of the house. What kind of dress takes that long to get into? You gotta admit, Susan's got a lot of the right things to put in the right places.
Yeah. And they're all mine. I'll see you guys later.
Right, we'll see.
Coming up here was a great idea. The gang doesn't suspect a thing.
And we can be back before they even miss us.
No more sneaking up here to be alone.
And no more outsmarting your father. I mean, he is the city attorney. Close your eyes. Okay. That'll make it official. You like it?
Oh, it's beautiful. Let me try it on.
That's bad luck. Come on, we're wasting time.
Hey, cut those lights.
I'd hate to run into old man Bailey.
I can drive this road blindfolded.
You've had enough practice.
A lot. But never enough.
Mike, we've made it. At last we've hit the jackpot.
Turn off that light, you bum.
Wake up, I said. Mike, we've got it made. We're millions.
Ah, their terror is authentic.
That makes me feel good. If you like it, that makes me proud.
Makes me hungry.
Y'all, you know, we're being watched by deranged army men.
I would much rather eat succulent teenagers.
Well, when I know I'm being watched, what I do is put on one of my classic films, one of my masterpieces that I created with my own two hands. And then they go away. It's as simple as that.
Midnight Frights with Spotswood. Challenging and exotic.
Yeah. Yeah, go to bed. But this is different. It's big. Oh. Now look, I'm not trying to give you a pitch, but get this. You and me are gonna put on an exhibition with the first and only truly authentic spaceship.
Yeah? Sir? Come in, what? Why are these blasted alarms always at night? About this so-called spaceship of yours. Just where do you think it is?
From what these kids said, it must be somewhere northeast of town.
Well, that checks with the last report we had from the radar station. I assume your man had it on the scope.
Hadn't we better get right out there, sir? The general was pretty sore at us for letting the last one get out of our scope. Army intelligence really scooped us that time.
Scoop, did you say?
Just a figure of speech, sir.
Well, I hope so. Lieutenant, there's just one thing I want to caution you about.
Yes, sir?
In civilian life, you were a publicity man.
What are you getting at, sir?
Just this. Our job is to prevent a possible nationwide panic by keeping the information from the public. I figure a public information officer is about the last thing we need.
I didn't request this assignment, sir.
I know that. But get this straight, Robertson. If you leak one word of any of this to your cronies, I'll have you court-martialed and shot. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed, sir.
Good. Now go down the hall and get your men. And tell them to load their weapons.
See the road.
We want to get there in one piece.
Relax, honey. It's only about a half a mile to the highway. We'll make it. What was it?
I don't know. It happened so fast.
I didn't even see it.
Hey, wait for me. Dan, what have we done? It's a body.
Come on, give me a hand. Let's take him to the hospital.
What is it?
I don't know.
Is it still alive?
Whatever it is, I killed it.
Oh. I think I'm going to be sick. Stan, take me away from here. What was that?
tire. The fender must have cut it when we hit that thing.
Are we stuck here?
Well, we can't drive on it. We're right off the rim, and I haven't got a spare. Look, we'll go to the old Bailey house and call the police. That's all we can do.
What was that?
Wind, I guess. Come on.
Hello? Anybody home?
Hurry, Stan. We've got no right to be here.
I wonder where he keeps the phone.
I wonder if he has it. Strange doors isn't the thing for a good, clean, living American girl to do.
You're right. You can never tell what's on the other side.
Hey, Stan. There's the phone on the wall.
Oh, thanks. Now, you see, there's nothing to be afraid of. You just keep your wits about you and things begin to take on the proper perspective.
Oh, you men, so masterful.
I know. You're a very lucky girl to have a guy like me.
Keep telling me.
Operator, give me the police department. It's an emergency. Hello? My name is Kenyon, Stan Kenyon. I'm out here at the old Bailey place.
Yeah, young fella. What's the trouble? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sure. You've seen some little spaceman. I know. From another planet. Look, do me a favor. If you see him again, will you give him my love and tell him to go home? Well, it's Saturday night, all right. That just made it official.
He thought I was kidding.
No.
Take it easy, honey. Take these into the kitchen, see if you can find some candles or something. I'll tell the cops. Operator? Hello? Hello? Operator? 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 The darn phone's dead. I guess the lightning got it.
Stan, there was something out there. It was looking at me. No, but I saw it. Oh.
What are you doing in my house?
You're right. He does look like...
Brace yourselves, midnighters. It is now time for MESSER CHUPS.
Are you ready, dear?
Yes, damn you.
Being in a room with no windows feels good. Good not to have them screwing up faces, hiding behind the curtains, liars but mirrors. Mirrors are stray, they won't lie to me, no, they won't dare. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the scariest of them all? Mirror, mirror on the wall. I wake up cold. They never found me, never found out who's done it. Who's done it? Nobody's, no traces. You can't lock me up I'm a phantom reflection at the back of your eyes, sweet sensation, admire me, kiss my feet. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the loveliest of them all? Mirror, mirror on the wall. A midnight stroll. I'm your bad dream nightmare in your flesh. Flesh in your bones, don't say you're suffering in pain. Pain, what do you know about suffering? I'm the one. It's the one who's bleeding on the inside, feel it, go, touch. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the cleverest of them all? Mirror, mirror on the wall. The devil's bow.
Tries to stop me will die.
I am already dead.
Some got blacklists, I got me in black book. Book is been used, now I'm using it writing. Writing on names that haunt me, making them stop. Stop. And it's Price's Bible, I call it. Priceless. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the craziest of them all? Mirror, mirror on the wall. My soul.
So, I want to know what your inspirations are. Okay.
Ну, мне в свое время очень нравился и сейчас нравится актер Винсент Прайс. Мессер Чупс в свое время посвятил целую песню этому прекрасному артисту. Песня называлась «Библия Винсента Прайса», «Винсент Прайс Bible». И мы сняли видеоклип, и вообще мне нравится очень много хоррор-фильмов, которые мы постоянно используем в видеоряде.
I think Oleg just pick up samples by, he like the voice of Vincent Price, for example. It's his favorite actor. That's why we use a lot of his phrases from the movies. Also, he take the samples from Ed Wood movies, from lots of samples from the movie Orgy of Dead, because the voices are really cool and beautiful. I don't know, he just catch some sounds. He don't understand everything, but some phrases that are understandable by everyone.
God, that was beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. Boris, what did she just say?
Ella dijo que le gusta mucho My Little Pony. Elvira, I love you.
I'm one of the voiceovers in My Little Pony.
Spaceman. Hi, Mr. Bailey. We hit something with our car, and we came up here to call the police. You were out.
The door was open.
That don't give you the right to walk in. Who was it you hit?
But it wasn't a person. It was a thing.
Oh, it don't make no difference. It all spells people. and people spells trouble. I knew it. I knew it was going to happen if you kids didn't stay off my property. Yeah. We'll call the police, all right.
The phone's dead.
That's what you say.
Look, we didn't kill anybody. I mean, it wasn't a person.
It was a space thing, a monster.
I know it sounds crazy.
You kids been drinking?
No, sir.
What's your name, Sonny?
Stan Kenyon. I worked down at Blender's gas station.
Yeah, I thought I'd seen you before.
We didn't hurt anything human.
Okay, we'll go.
And you tell your friends...
To make up a story when there are actual monsters attacking us.
When was the last time the teacher let you off the hook for a monster attack?
Well, never. That Mothman ate all my dioramas.
Okay. This house belonged to Thomas and Emily Redvein. They escaped a Puritan community in Massachusetts and relocated here in Virginia.
Massachusetts. More like Massy, Texas. Am I right?
Puritans. And I thought Mothmen were bad.
Emily established a psychiatric facility called Providence House in Hanover County. Providence House was known to accept children with mental and physical disabilities. This place sounds wonderful.
I feel safer already.
Emily Redvein sounds like a genuine hero.
And she was a witch.
Venice.
Not really. The community had her hanged, decapitated, disemboweled, and set on fire.
Hanover, what are you doing?
It's not cool. What else does the paper say?
I'll let the alligator monster read the rest of this. Take it away.
Be sure to visit Richmond's newest haunted attraction, Redvein Haunted House, opening this October at Hanover Vegetable Farm. Look for them on social media channels at Redvein Haunt. And for tickets and attraction information, visit redvein.com. You girls should look out. That place looks dangerous. Something weird is going on here. Look out!
Look out for what? There's nothing weird going on here.
Right out here and see if we can get inside those things.
You think we should get some photographers, sir?
Lieutenant, when you've been in the Air Force as long as I have, you'll learn you don't have to think. All you do is follow standard operating procedures.
Yes, sir.
In this case, SOP calls for engineers, not photographers.
Excuse me, sir. I've got the National Guard.
Give me that thing. I'm going to report this person.
What is it?
One of those space things, a live one.
What's making that noise?
He's banging away at the fender of the car with some kind of a hammer.
Oh, let's get out of here.
I'm with you. Police car.
They must have believed you after all.
Come on, let's go back there. The police will take care of those things.
Okay, now let's have this again. You say you were driving along without your lights?
Well, yes, sir, but that didn't have anything to do with it. See, he just suddenly appeared.
Suddenly appeared?
From out of the dark.
We were really scared, man. I'm glad you guys came along.
Yeah, I'll bet you are. Doc, over here. Now, kids, before I take you down to headquarters, I want you to do something for me, okay?
Sure.
See this nice little balloon? Well, I want you to blow it up.
A balloon? What for? We're going to have a party?
Never mind, just blow.
Hey, come on, look, we're wasting time now. Aren't you going to do anything about the spaceman? It may be a whole invasion.
Blow, I said.
Man says blow, he means it.
The balloon test, eh?
Yeah. Did you ever hear such a cock and bull story? Spacemen, spaceships. Wow.
In my days, we were content with pink elephants, but kids these days...
And Tough, the gal says to me, you don't call him human, do you? What do you think about that?
Well, what can you expect with all these bad books being written nowadays?
Hey, Mr. Detective. I'm finished. Now, can we get going, or shall I throw a little confetti around for you?
You know, fella, for someone who's committed a serious crime, you are very anxious to get to the police station.
A serious crime?
You call killing one of those monsters a crime? Something's weird around here.
Mm-hmm. Something or somebody. Come on, let's go. Now, if you'll just read this before you sign it.
Look, this is silly. We told you what happened. Now, why don't you do something?
That's exactly what we're doing, miss.
This is not a statement. It's a confession.
Now, look, you admit driving the car, don't you?
I told you that.
And with the lights off?
Right, but that...
Now, look, buddy boy, whether you realize it or not, driving without your lights and killing the man is against the law in this state.
Killing a man? You don't call that thing... I didn't run over this man. I ran over a monster.
Are you still on that kick? You see, Mr. Rogers, I didn't exaggerate.
Look, Mr. Rogers, sir, I swear, I'm telling the truth. It was a spaceman.
I've heard enough of that.
I saw it.
You know who he is? Well, according to a driver's license we found on him, his name is Carl Fenton. We also found out he lives at 121 Maple Avenue. Where does he work? Well, as far as we could discover, he doesn't. He and a friend of his kind of just drifted into town about a month ago.
A friend?
Yeah, a fella he was living with. We tried to call him to come down and identify the body, but well, we didn't get an answer.
I see. Can I talk to them alone for a moment?
You mean here, sir?
At your office.
All right.
So, as I was saying, let me have some more of your
You
popcorn.
can buy it at the candy counter, but it's free off the floor.
This cool Russian band came to town, MESSER CHUPS.
Tell them about the haunted house.
Yeah, and we did an interview with them. And I was going for the Russian look, man. I wanted to look like Vlad Lemon. And I got this cool coat. I wanted to look like Hugh Hefner.
There's room for him and his
Hugh
friends.
Hefner? What kind of name is that?
It's at the Hanover Vegetable Farm.
But the band is awesome. Oleg on guitar, Boris on drums, and Zombriella. Boris on drums, Oleg on guitar, and Zombriella on bass. Oh my goodness. She looks just like my old girlfriend Natasha from Bullwinkle. Y'all know her? That was my old
She
lady.
can hold my hand in the dark.
No kidding. So, let me have a little bit more of this. Also, I thought with this goatee, it'd make me look like I could suck blood real good.
I bet they do that at the haunted house.
And I wanted to be charming for Zombriella. But she didn't care if I could suck blood or not. So, you all know, all the popcorn at the Burg comes out of a monster.
Challenging and exotic.
How much longer, man? We've got a deadline to make.
We've almost got it. Hey, look at that. Looks like some kind of fuse.
What the? Looks like this got exploded over here in the baby place. Okay, let's go. What was that? Something blew up.
What do you suppose that was?
I could care less. You know something, those things, whatever they are, they're smarter than all of us put together.
What do you mean?
Remember when we saw him banging away at the fender of our car?
What's so smart about that?
Don't you see? They killed that man. And then they dented the fender of my car to make it look like we did it. It's frame-up.
And we thought they were mad at the car.
Right. Honey, somehow we've got to go back out there and get something, some kind of evidence that they'll believe, because if we don't, I'm going to jail.
They're gone. Little fools. Forget.
Gee, Stan, I'm worried about taking this car.
Compared to everything else, a little car theft isn't going to matter.
Claire, come on.
Hey, what is this, a reflex action?
Just seems like the natural thing to do out here.
Hey, I wonder if any of the gang saw those things.
What do you mean?
Well, there's a lot of them out here. And if any of them saw it, that would convince the police that we're telling the truth.
You want to bet? If the police saw it, they'd say we'd been drinking. You know something? Sometimes I think no matter how many kids try to tell the police something, they still wouldn't believe it.
It's an idea. Let's drive out to the point and see if any of the kids are still there.
What do we got to lose?
frightened on my wedding night, but nothing like this.
Well, thanks a lot.
Trapped inside.
Oh, Sam, take me away from here, please, please.
Honey, don't you see? At last we've got some evidence.
Oh, needs it. And how are we going to get it to the police station?
We'll just have to get somebody to come down here and see it, that's all.
But who?
Hey, remember what your father said? At the police station, he was right about one thing. The one person who'd be interested enough to listen to us is Carl's roommate. We just gotta find him.
But where is he?
Wait a minute. 121 Maple Street. That's it. We'll go over there and get him. Okay? Come on.
That is, without a doubt, the craziest story I've ever heard.
Look, will you just call and check with the police?
They've been trying to get you all night, but nobody answered.
Thanks to these. When you live with a big mouth like Carl, you gotta have a secret weapon.
Oh, please call the police, please.
Come on.
Okay, but if this is some kind of a joke...
Whatever you say, don't mention our names.
If they find out we're here, we're done for.
Don't worry. Hello, operator. Get to the police station. Hello, police. This is Mike Lawrence. I live at 121 Maple with my roommate, Carl Fenton.
Did you say Carl Fenton? We've been trying to get a hold of you. Your roommate was killed tonight. A hit-and-run victim.
Killed? Do you know who did it?
Yeah, there were two kids, a boy and a girl. They've given us a slip, temporarily. But don't worry, we'll catch them again.
You mean you had them and they got away? I've been living...
Did you know that the Red Vein Haunted House is the most terrifying haunted house in Hanover County?
So let's get back to tonight's movie. Ah, caramba.
They had a big tentacle.
They got away? I've been living in a fool's paradise. I thought the police were alert.
Yeah. And were they scared? You should have heard the stories they told. All about little spacemen and...
I have.
You have what?
Oh, nothing. Never mind. Thanks a lot, officer. Thanks.
Can you come down tomorrow and claim the body?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, we telling you the truth?
Your story checks out. Carl tried to tell me something about it.
Now will you come with us?
I'm a nut. Yes. Give me a chance to get dressed.
Well, we telling you the truth?
Your story checks out. Carl tried to tell me something about it.
Now will you come with us?
I'm a nut. Yes. Give me a chance to get dressed. Now, I'm not saying there is a claw, mind you. But if there is one, I'm going to get a picture of it. Hey, great. It's a hot one.
What's so funny?
I'm just thinking how Carl will feel when I put him on exhibition as the world's first victim of a spaceman. Well, let's get going.
Thought you said the police had your car. They do. This is Susan's. Battery's going dead. When's the last time you got some water?
Whenever the filling station man asked me.
Not the radiator. He means the battery water.
What's that?
How about a little push? I'm a guest here, remember?
Okay, okay. Come on. Oh, I like this. No top, no motor, but a brand new shiny spotlight. Somebody afraid of the dark?
Oh, I didn't get it for that.
What did you get it for?
Well, the chrome makes an excellent mirror.
Well, at least she's got muscle. No brains, but muscle. Pile of junk.
Please watch your language. Elvis is very sensitive.
Elvis? Yeah, the gang calls her Elvis. She shakes and shimmies a lot, but she can really go.
What's going on here?
It's all right, Sergeant. One of our jets crashed.
26. Yeah, a busy night, too. Been flooded with calls from people who say they've seen flying saucers and little spacemen. Wonder how that rumor ever got started.
You got me, Sarge.
Well, good night.
Night, Sergeant.
Well, did you get rid of them? Just can't stand fuzz.
Fuzz?
Well, that's what my nephew calls them. That kid has me brainwashed.
Yes, sir. I gave him a story that one of our jet planes crashed and that we were taking care of everything.
Did he believe you?
Colonel, sir, you are talking to the man who made the papers believe 45-year-old B-girls were teenage maidens. This was duck soup. Did you find any signs of life, sir? Anything, I mean, besides the fuzz.
Whatever flew that thing down here went up in smoke. Nothing left but ashes.
Job well done, sir.
Makes you proud, doesn't it?
Clean all over, sir.
That's the ticket. Being a part of a show like this, protecting your country from alien invaders. Think of it. Nobody but this special unit and the President of the United States know what really happened here tonight.
You mean you think we know what happened?
Well, of course we do. I think.
This top-secret security business is like scratching, Colonel. Once you get started, it's hard to stop.
Just what are you getting at, Lieutenant? Spit it out.
Colonel, did it ever occur to you that there might be other things being hushed up by other units just like ours? I can't see anything.
It's in there. It's got to be.
Hey, wait a minute. I got an idea. I'll give you some light. What was that?
That was it.
Mike, did you see it? Oh, I saw something.
This movie is so bad, the projectionist needs a stunt double.
This movie is so bad. Its PG-13 rating is the luckiest thing about it.
This movie killed the VCR.
Hey, Talisha. It's cold-blooded, has 12 legs, and is loved by millions.
I don't know, Nicole. What's cold-blooded, has 12 legs, and is loved by millions?
The family of crocodiles that eats the last copy of this movie.
This movie gives out toothpaste on Halloween.
Why did the mad scientist create a half lawyer, half dung beetle?
I don't know, Nicole. Why did the mad scientist create a half lawyer, half dung beetle?
So this movie would have something to look down on.
This movie's so bad. It got censored by the Geneva Convention.
This movie is so bad. Instead of using CGI, they use CGI caramba.
A litter of newborn kittens gets crushed in a waffle iron every time someone watches this movie.
Hey, guys, maybe this movie isn't so bad.
What are you saying?
Maybe the movie's good and we're bad.
You're crazy, Talisha. This movie killed Blockbuster Video.
Just think about it. We just keep watching these movies.
But this movie is so bad, the ticket taker wears an executioner's mask.
But it's just a movie.
And we keep coming back for more.
The motion picture masterpiece, The Eye Creatures.
On Midnight Frights.
Come on, let's get him back to town. I mean, they've got to believe us now when Mike backs us up. They can't accuse him of being a hysterical kid. All right, come on. Let's get out of here. Start getting excited now. You got to be absolutely calm when you call the police. I'm glad you told me. This darn car. Turn off the lights and give you more juice. Good idea. They're in the bushes.
Sam, use the spotlight. Turn the spotlight on him.
Are you off your rocker? No, she's right. It burns them up like it did the claw.
Sam, remember the battery. You'd better cut the headlights. They don't do any good.
Now what'll we do? Spotlight's getting dimmer.
battery good there. Like we're goners. That's it. Let's make a run for it.
I can't go another step. We've got to rest.
Okay, honey, all right. We should be safe here for a minute anyway.
Do you think they killed Mike?
I don't know. I saw him pick him up and carry him away.
Oh, we've got to get help. We've got to. We can't leave Mike to those creatures. Oh, what are we going to do?
I don't know.
What if we turned ourselves in to the police?
What good would that do?
Well, don't you see? Once we get the police out here, we'll get them to help Mike some way.
Hey, I got an idea. Come on.
Where are we going?
To use Bailey's phone.
He won't let us. He'll shoot us.
I'll be charming. Come on. Right. Look, I'm trying to tell you, we want to give ourselves up if you'll just come out here to the Bailey place.
You're not wanted anymore. Go home and sleep it off.
Well, what about Carl?
Well, according to the autopsy we did on him, the cause of death was heart failure due to alcoholism.
Well, how about the fender on my car? Now, you said that proved I hit him.
Oh, you hit him all right, but only after he was dead.
After?
Well, the way we figured, he was drunk, and he must have ran his car off the road down the hill. We found an empty liquor bottle in it. Yeah, that's what gave us the tip-off. He must have managed to get out of the car and climb back up the hill, but the exertion and the liquor were just too much for his tip.
That movie is so bad, it made Air Bud run away.
This movie is so bad, all the popcorn climbs back into their kernels.
That movie is so bad that the ushers have to keep people from sneaking out of the theater.
This movie is so bad. The Vatican is worried about their effects on children.
What are you doing here?
I'm here for Armistead's party to see the MESSER CHUPS. Duh.
This is Providence House in Hanover, not Dilliatol Fairground. Not Dilliatol Fairground. Not Dilliatol Fairground. Not Dilliatol Fairground.
Midnight Frights is moving in a bold, new, exciting direction. What are you guys doing here?
We're on our way to Armistead's party too, and then our car was attacked by monsters.
Monsters, huh? Were these real monsters or literally monsters?
Police wouldn't believe us.
Bill, will you help us?
I'll show you the way. That does it. Not a trace. Good night's work. Now we can get some sleep.
And read about the jet crash in tomorrow morning's paper. Oh, aren't we regular devils?
They were heading for this clearing where there used to be an ice plant, remember?
Yeah, we got it.
Okay, now turn your lights off. Now look, when we get up there, we surround the clearing. Once everybody gets in position, then I'll blow the horn, like this. That'll be a signal for everybody to turn their lights on. You got it?
Yeah, we got it.
Okay, let's go. What happened? Where am I? You're all right. They had you,
But we burned them up. I think
we
I don't believe that. We got them. It was...
But how'd I get here? Where am I?
Don't you remember? Spacemen.
Hey, it's old man Bailey. Man, when he fires that cannon, he means business. Let's get out of here.
That nobody will ever believe us.
Of course not. Why should they? After all, we're just a couple of crazy kids.
But what if they come again? What if there are more of them around right now?
I guess all we can do is hope that the next guy that runs into one is 100% certified adult.
I guess you're right.
You know, being young does have its compensations.
Like what, for instance?
Ralph, how'd you like to be my best man?
And Cheryl can be my maid of honor.
Hey, man, have you slipped your track?
I just got back on it.
really will never believe it.
So why tell him?
Look out!
Alright, it's been on long enough.
Something weird is going on here. Be sure to visit Richmond's newest haunted attraction.
I'm taking it off.
Red Vein
I'm gonna take
Haunted
it off.
House. Opening this October at Hanover Vegetable Farm. Look for them on social media channels at Red Vein Haunt. And for tickets and attraction information, visit redvein.com.